Okay, it is time now to meet Jackie Collins. This woman really doesn't even live in Hollywood. She lived from London, right?
Yes, but I live here.
You visit here. You
No,
live
no,
here
no, I
full
live
time
here.
now?
Yes, I live here full time.
Oh, you used to
Yes.
just come.
I
from-
moved
once a
here so I
year.
could be on your show all the time. So
So,
I could watch you.
so this woman comes in from London, observes what's going on in Hollywood, then writes the book called Hollywood Wives, which becomes an enormous bestseller. Can we have the ratings, please? Come, run them in, Barbara. Come on. I'll let Barbara run. All right. Jill, run them in. Our other birthday girl from last week. Thank you very much. We have the ratings on how Hollywood Wives did last night. You went on at 9 o'clock. And you'll never have to work again.
Oh, wait.
Now, numbers may not mean a whole lot to you watching, but you listen to the comparative numbers here. You were averaging about a 23 rating. Now, here on NBC, on ABC. On the other, goodbye, Steve.
Thanks, Steve.
On the other network stations were doing an 11.9 and an 11.9. So the two of them together added up to what Hollywood Wives was doing. So that is an enormous hit. Shows you if you give the people what they want.
Now, don't say that.
They're gonna watch it.
Hollywood Wives is a lot of fun,
It
I
is.
think, and that's what people want. They want to lay back or sit back and be entertained.
The best part of all this is
Where's
that
your mind, Jack?
you've read the book.
Yes.
Most of you watching perhaps saw last night. And you say that you had to tone it down, to
Yes.
cut down from the reality because nobody would believe the reality.
You
Well,
toned the book down.
I toned the book down,
Yeah.
yes. I don't think they've toned the miniseries down. I think they have a lot of kind of steamy scenes
It's very
in it.
risque, isn't it?
It is.
I was
mean,
amazed.
I was too. The
Oh,
scene
were
with
you really?
Steve Forrest and Mary Crosby in the hot tub, which is yet to come.
I know.
That's
I know.
tonight.
Well, we saw that
But
here
they,
on our show.
yeah, they
they did
said
a
to me
clip
on
of
the
that.
set, they said, my God, you know, they shouted cut and nothing happened.
There are also
I mean, plenty was
women come-
happening, but
Jackie, baby,
yes, Steve.
are you laughing all the way to the bank?
I'm glad that people are enjoying it, you know. They've had great fun with the book, and I want them to have fun with the miniseries. Of course, I didn't write the miniseries, but it's nice to see it on the screen. It's nice to see it so beautifully done. Aaron Spelling has done a fantastic production. The women look great,
Oh,
the
thank
clothes and the jewels, and I mean, it's just...
They do look beautiful.
I think there's so many people across America who have never actually seen Hollywood, and to see it portrayed in this fashion.
Is this it,
This
though?
is part of it,
Come on, is
Steve.
this Hollywood?
This is not the Valley. This is part of it.
Okay.
I mean, we're talking rich here.
You know the book I'm doing called Encino Wives?
Well, you would know more about them than I would.
When you wrote the book, who was your favorite character, or was there anyone you thought of yourself as, or was there someone
That's
you liked?
easy to guess.
I really
I know
loved
who it
all
is.
the characters.
Yeah.
I loved the fading macho movie star who was always kind of looking in the mirror every time he passed
it's
one.
so sad.
I love Buddy, who kind of comes to this town and wants to make it. He really's got that need to be a famous
Did
star.
I give something away earlier here today
Yes,
on
you
the
did, and
program?
we're not going to talk
We'll
about it.
repeat
because
it in
Okay,
case
we
people
won't
have
say
to
tuned in
watch
for
to
the
see what
I
beginning.
won't say
happens.
what it was, but I inadvertently jumped ahead in the plot.
That's because you've got a bright mind, you see.
Thanks. Not only are you angry at me for jumping ahead, but you also are going to say something nice while you're
No, I
thinking that I'm a
always say
stupid
something
lug
nice
for
to you
doing
because you've got Hollywood Wives coming out of your ears every time I switch on your program. I see
I've been
somebody
living
from it.
Hollywood Wives the last week. I'm getting out of here and going right to my hot tub, and I'm waiting for any 16,
Waiting for
17
something to
minutes.
happen.
You're waiting for the next 2 hours, right? Actually, tonight is the best night.
Oh, it is?
Tonight is really
Oh,
fun.
oh.
And it's when
Anything
everything
you can tell us
kind
about?
of, well,
What can you hint at
there's a
here?
lot of blackmail, a lot of sex, and a lot of kind of,
No, that's
I better
last
not
night.
say.
What about
I
tonight?
It makes
Does
last night look tame.
This bothered me a little bit when I watched the show, because of the time factor. It has to be mushed together. It has to be, you know.
Yeah.
Anthony Hopkins sleeps with Suzanne Summers awfully fast. And you know, in the book, they're established as such a happy marriage.
Markie, this
Montana
happens
and-
in life, though.
Well, no, I know, but in the book, you established them as a
Oh,
very
sure.
happy marriage, so when they...
Wait a minute.
Everybody-
I'm
so
going
when
to do
they-
this. Wait a second. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do
Okay.
this. Jackie, this may be unfair to Markie.
All right.
Markie's very happily married to
Yes.
one of the stars of Cats. You
Yes,
know that.
yes,
You probably know
I do.
that.
I
Okay.
saw him on your show, and he's wonderful.
Yes. Now.
Yeah.
Now.
Thank you, I'll tell him.
You live the Hollywood life.
Yes?
You are, you know, you go out on these auditions
Mm-hmm.
and you want those big roles and you know, wait a minute, you read about in the
I
book
know.
the desperation. You'll do anything.
I'll tell you something, and I was going to ask you this. Oh, you haven't even asked me a question yet. I've never met it. I've never seen a casting couch. I've never had anybody proposition. Is there something wrong with
Shall I
me?
tell you something, Markie? I have never met anybody on camera who will admit that they
No,
have.
but well, okay, but that's not fair because I really
let's pretend
When
right
can we
now.
get off camera?
Let's pretend we're off camera. Off camera.
Off camera,
Yeah.
never.
But we're on
I mean,
camera.
I always read for something. If you and it seems to me
Yes.
there's so much money involved in these projects that they don't want to risk their whole project on somebody that they've slept with.
No, but they don't. They sleep with them and then they don't get
Well,
them
I get the
part.
part. You see,
So you don't.
Well, then
Thank you for
then in the making of Hollywood Wives,
Yes.
which is one of the hottest tickets going, and everybody wanted to be in it. How much of that went on, Jackie?
Well, I wasn't casting, Steve, so I wouldn't know about that.
I've heard stories. I've heard them, but we've all heard them, and I
About
guess
Hollywood
they're
Wives
true.
or in general?
Oh no, about in general.
You
in
know,
general.
recently I was talking to a young actor, and he said that now he goes for interviews and he gets propositioned. It used to just be the women that get
There's
propositioned.
many more women working in the business,
But
so
we're
I guess it
not,
would
you know, when
figure.
I talk about Hollywood Wives, I'm not talking about all the Hollywood Wives, and when I talk about people being
Yes,
propositioned,
obviously.
everybody
There's
does
a
last,
very
que-
decent,
last
yeah,
question,
wonderful
last
relationship.
question, Jackie, before you get into your armored truck and pull off. How are
Yes.
people treating you in the Hollywood community? Are they mad at you now, or do they relish this stuff you're doing?
They were mad at me for about 2 minutes, and then the book was a huge success. So the name of the game in Hollywood is success.
So they still invite you,
Of
and,
course.
and you still. And this
Of
is true.
course.
You go to a Hollywood party, and then you run to the ladies' room and you make notes.
Yeah, and
On
people
full
come up to me
conversations.
and they say, "We've got to tell you so many things before you write Hollywood Husbands," which
Boy,
is
do I wish I was
based in
you.
the life.
Does this mean a year from now, I'm going to be doing 2 weeks of Hollywood husband shows? I can tell. Jackie, baby.
Steve, this is it. You know, this is it.
It's nice to meet you.
Markie,
You're
nice
great
to
fun.
meet you.
Great